Welcome to another episode of Immersive Studios tutorials. Now I'll show you today how to make this scene more realistic. It is very realistic already, but we can get better results using the Picture Turnitin editor, especially concerning lights and reflections. What I like to do, make scenes more warming, because this one it is realistic, but it is too cold. So not that much reflections, not that much light. And this is what I plan to change with you guys today. Let's just start by going to the scene, and then under settings, I can turn off the ground because the ground is not visible. So we can save some performance, but not using the ground when it's not needed. And in this case, it's not needed because we have an environment here. Then what we can do next is to enable the progressive shadow. And this will create a more like realistic light. And I will change this to something more warming, like orange color, and change the intensity. I can see that much, even though like when I move the light, I can see something is happening under the mountains, but nothing is happening inside the scene. And this is because we have a glass here, and this glass is covering like the light, as you can see. But what we can do is just select this object and then make it either invisible or not casting shadow. And this is what I will do. I will disable cast shadow. Now I can see the light passing through the glass, and then I can go back to the scene. I will enable artistic lighting from the background environment. This will give me more intensity for some lights. And then now I can play with the direction. So I can choose a direction that matches with my idea. And my idea is to have the front of the light receiving like lights and shadows, but not the entire car. And as you can see, we have a much better realistic result now, warming one that matches better the lighting and the environment. Now we can go under the post-processing settings, and I can turn on some extra things. So I like vignette, of course, very small intensity. We can also play like with the tone mapping settings. And then here you can adjust a little bit the exposure, the saturation, and I will increase a little bit the contrast, just to have something more warming. And then under the fill grain, you can enable it if you like it. Like I like to enable it, but just like a little bit, just to have some grain on the scene. And that's it. You already have like a much better realistic results. You can also like change the intensity for the background, so it matches better what we have here. So under the background scene settings, you can either increase or decrease the intensity for the map. So as you can see, you can get different results, and also increasing or decreasing the brightness of the sky. And in this case, I want to see the sky, but not that much. So I will increase like this to have a more realistic daylight result. And that's it. I hope it was helpful. Keep following us for more tutorials, and see you soon.